Well, I guess it's time to start another show, huh?
I guess it is.
We'll start this one with an energetic sip of coffee.
Oh.
Notice we're going to black coffee these days.
No, good black coffee.
Well, I'm going to take a second to organize here. Monday, oh, there's October. We're into October already. 29, 30, and I think you already have Monday and Tuesday done. So we're gonna start with the chief colorist work.
Oh boy.
All right, checking the shadows.
Crazy for the one thing you said was good.
Yeah. We get a lot of bad shadows casting on the board, so I'm gonna have to kill your light.
You're gonna have to kill my light.
I have to kill your light. Cast the world into darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Now, see, in a professional production, we would have had the lighting already set before starting.
Oh gosh, darn it.
Yeah, no, look at the glare on the board here. That's annoying. All right.
Let's just do this in the complete darkness. Let's just.
Well, look at you. Welcome to Fido number 63. Wow.
You sure it says 64?
No, it's 63 because I got 62 in the trash over here.
All right.
So, yeah. Here's last week's.
All right. No, I believe you, but for some reason I had 64 in my head.
Okay. We'll start with the chief colorist's work. This is Monday. We have Bo and Fido and Felicia. This is a public service announcement from the Fido Institute of Advanced Canine Studies. Do you know the temperatures are up 40 to 60 degrees since last January? And it's all your fault. Because fat, happy people live in the northern hemisphere, causing the earth to tip 23.5 degrees. What can we do? Deport them to the southern hemisphere if you love your earth. And don't forget the cats. And look, we got urban camera 1. You know, a little picture of the earth with a fat person on there eating and they're tilting. Fido did a lot to get these graphics right. Set the earth on fire, and he really worked hard in this production.
Hey, I want the praise you gave me.
10,000 hours, and maybe you'll get good at this.
No, you said I did the fire okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, fire's okay for her. I wasn't expecting her to do the fire as well as she did.
Wow.
And here is, let me put this sucker in the back here. Here is Tuesday at a public pool. Yes, I know it's September 26th, but, well, we're hardy New Englanders.
Hey, the pools don't close until October.
I was in Las Vegas in November, 60-degree weather, and I was in the pool. Sure, I was the only guy in the pool, but... All right, you can swim? Sure I can. My first owner taught me to swim off a bridge. That was good of him. Yeah, the hard part was getting out of the bag.
That is so funny, but so sad.
She had a rough kittenhood.
I guess so.
Do we need to zoom in on that one, Irving? No, not really.
Is that where she lost her?
That's how she lost, well, who knows how she lost one of her whiskers. We haven't told that story yet.
Oh, that's true.
Use it.
Still a mystery.
Yes. All right. Where is Wednesday?
Here.
Oh, you have Wednesday?
Yes.
Cough it up. She's actually working.
Excuse me? Was he actually working?
Now let's see. Here's the Wednesday one. I redesigned the pickup truck. You might notice it's now it's getting closer to the late 60s, early 70s. There's no place to park. Seriously, people in wheelchairs can't get into heaven. What? There's a stairway to heaven, no ramp, and a highway to hell. That's because they're taking all the good parking spots. Oh yes, the handicapped people are going to hell.
We need to make sure that heaven is handicapped accessible.
Just to get all this crap off my desk, I'm going to give you all the colors. I know you don't need all of them, but just hold on to them.
Oh, you're giving me, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were giving me more two colors.
No, I just wanted to get it off the desk.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be working on this one today. I stopped inking halfway through. Exactly halfway through, actually, when you think about it. Bo, Dino, Mia. There's Bo and the dad boss and the cat boss. Yeah, he's still chained up in the bathroom. I'm going to take a break. And he goes to the bathroom, and the cat boss is there staring into the bathroom mirror. I am bad. I am really bad. He's doing his daily affirmations. Oh, hello, Dino. And note to self, get a lock for the bathroom door. And I just had to put Fido in there because, well, it's his comic strip. All right. And here is the Friday. Where they're at on the Friday? In a bar. Well, are they really in a bar yet? No, they're in the office, but the office is the bar. Cat boss bought the bar because that's where his henchmen hang out all the time. So Bo's in his cubicle section. The cat boss is sending me out of town for a few days. You can use my cubicle. Thanks. Do you mind if I redecorate a little? Let me just take my girlfriend's photo. Sure, whatever. I don't care. And in the end, Irving will have to zoom in here because since it's not finished inking yet, he's turned the cubicle. He's replaced all the books with liquor bottles, and he's got a cake back here, and he's got pictures of girlies on the wall, and a bigger screen. Looks like he's playing porn. And some sort of rug on the floor. I think I really have a flair for this redecorating thing. So we'll be doing that today as well. That's Friday and Saturday. Bo and Fido. Let's pull in on camera one here for the first panel so you can get a setup. Fido's like leaning against the couch. Yeah, you know, nonchalant. Are you telling the truth? Of course I am. Then place your paw on this Bible and swear to God that you are telling the truth. And then you will believe me? Yes. You're making lying too easy for me. Oh, that's Saturday. And starting the new week into October. Wow. This is a big one-panel one, another one where he destroys the apartment. Don't know if we'll get to it today or not, but let's just spend all the time lovingly do the details of, well, there's a toilet seat, and there's the big yellow book for dogs who can't read, and he's got the golf club going through the TV screen, a spider web from broken, paw prints on the wall, he's written bad dog graffiti. And if the punchline is, it's been a while since I've had anything interesting to post on my Facebook news feed. May or may not even get to that one today. And this would be later in the week, probably Tuesday, but who knows. Fido has got a lost and found booth now. And Bo says, now, this is a good idea. Making sure lost items get returned to their owners. And Fido stares blankly at him for a panel and says, returned? As if it had not occurred to him. Yeah, okay, now I remember what I wanted to start with. Since we're doing mostly inking today, this is a big one-panel thing. So, I'd like to try to get a nice, clean one-panel line. But how do I do that when I only have this 12-inch ruler? This is 19 inches wide. Well, I get a longer ruler. This ruler happens to be 18 inches wide, which leaves me an inch too short. But that's even worse because I've got to sort of hold the ruler while I'm doing it, so it actually knocks me down another 2 inches, so it actually brings me down to 16. So what I'm going to have a break in the line. So conveniently, right in the center here, we have this window, and I can stop my line right there on that window, and it probably won't be picked up. It'll look like a continuous line. And I know it makes no difference in the damn world that I make this line perfect, and it's probably better that I don't. But it just makes me happy if I can get that line perfect.
And why are we doing this?
And the only reason why we're doing this is to make me effing happy. I've already chosen the brush. Usually I bring it to you guys and have you guys decide, but, well, artist privilege.
It's a different kind of deal.
Yeah, look at that. That's a horrible tip. That's a horrible tip on that brush. Squirrel pubic hair is starting to wear down. Again, the reason why these brushes are so expensive is they are made of the finest Himalayan tree squirrel pubic hair. And we must send the Sherpa up the mountain to get them. You know, all the squirrels themselves are very protective of their pubic hair because it's cold in the Himalayas. Cheers. And there's my ink bottle. And cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of the planet. we must wear a glove. Now let's see if we can do this illusion of a complete unbroken straight line drawn with a brush.
And a ruler that's just a little too short.
And a ruler that's much too short, a little too short, a little might as well, an inch too short might as well be 3 inches. Oh.
No comment.
That's what she said.
I said no comment.
And right up to the window. Okay, Irving, camera one, let's get in there just to show the problem. You can tell it's a different line, but I'm hoping when I draw the vertical line over the window, you'll be looking at that and won't notice that I broke the line there. Now, I'm guessing we'll do the break either at the rug here or at this broken chair. Let's get. Oh well, it was an attempt. People at Westcott Rulers, how about a 22-inch, maybe a 24-inch? Yeah, 2 foot. What the hell? I'll take a 2 foot long ruler. Why it ends at 18, I'll never know.
Apparently a foot and a half was a...
And this is also another major problem with modern, art supplies. Remember I say I was complaining last week with the crap we're getting? Look at the wood growth lines. They're like a 1/4 inch thick. Here's an older ruler where the growth lines are really all close together because they're older growth trees. Trees are allowed to grow longer. Problem with the ruler that still thinks it's a tree is it starts to bend on you. I want a ruler that's been dead for so long it knows it's not a tree anymore.
Or it's happy to go into the light.
Happy to become something useful like a ruler. All right, well, there was today's technique lesson for the day. I'm back to being a hack.
You're not a
Let's put this up here on the magnets to dry. And what do we got going here? I wanted to finish working on that one. And what's in our stack of stuff today? Last week we tried to save the career of Rachel Ziegler, but we failed. We were too late. I'm so sorry. We were too late. And they've reset it. They've reset her with another Latin woman. I guess Hollywood needs to racial stereotype. I don't know. This is Wednesday Addams, otherwise known as Miss Jenny Ortega. Yeah, Genaortega. She is our Hispanic spank bait for the month, I guess. A definite improvement, but Hollywood, why do you have to be so racist? Can't you pick a woman for their talent? Well, obviously. Miss Ortega, I think, has too much talent. And Disney, I recommend that you fire her, because she's already going to be a problem. She doesn't want to do bad stuff. And bad stuff, as I mean, what Disney has been celebrating 100 years now doing. So Disney, I recommend get rid of Jenna now. You're not going to be happy with her. We'll just end it there. Talk about Jenna later on, because I think we're going to need her to make sure we don't get our pages dirty. The Marvels. Vanity Fair has reported the budget of 130, and then both Forbes and Valiant Renegade hopped on it and said, wait a minute. It's at least 275, if not over 300 million. So I want to, let's see, that would be how many, six. We're going to say 6 main battle tanks taken from. The UK government will give you a 20% tax credit if you film in their country, because I guess the UK really wants to make movies. They don't want to build Challenger tanks, which I think Ukrainians now have lost 2 of. The perfect battle record until it hits Ukraine. Anyway, one of the finest tanks in the world, cost them about $5 million to make, and Disney is going to take another 4 or 5 Challenger tanks just for the Marvels. All right, let's.
Yes, that's an important project.
Speaking of project, let's see. Disney companies that Disney owns. Where is ABC? ABC. It's in here somewhere. We've been helping them out by when they sell stuff to remove it from their record here. The problem is I need a better copy of this. I can hardly see it. Anyway, they got to buy Hulu. That's going to finance Universal's new park in Orlando, their competition. I think somewhere up here I got to cut. Oh well. We'll wait until they actually sell it.
Yeah, who knows? You don't know what might happen. They may, get an influx of money.
Right. What would an episode of Fido Live be without Kathy Kennedy? I have no news on Kathy this week.
Just wanted to bring her in for the hell of it.
What I do have news on, which is kind of is the disturbing bells going off, the alarms going off about Gunn's DC Universe. This is the issue number 1 of the Dawn of DC Wonder Woman comic book. Wonder Woman's looking kind of buff these days. We're more accustomed to seeing her in her more classic costumes. But anyway, Wonder Woman here with these huge shoulders is going to has started a new storyline. Peter King, I think is the name of the guy. Tom King, something King, is the writer of the new comic book series. And I do have the description here of the masterwork this gentleman is planning on blessing us with. It's just somewhere buried deep in my stack of stuff. But run while you can. This is something I said in regards to Jenny Ortega. You haven't spent the money yet.
Always.
Run. Here we go. In September, Wonder Woman #1 will feature a new creative team of Eisner-winning writer Tom King and artist Daniel Sampere. After a mysterious Amazonian is accused of mass murder, the U.S. Congress passes the Amazon Safety Act. I think I need a sip of coffee after that one. Barring all Amazons from American soil. We can't keep Mexicans out of American soil. How are we going to keep the Amazons out? These are superheroes. These are super people. I mean, if the Mexicans can run and jump over fences, what can the Amazonians do?
Tear down the fence.
Barring all Amazonians from American soil. To carry out its new law, the government sets up the Amazonian Extradition Entity, the AXE, task force to remove those who don't comply by any means necessary. Yes, give them the axe. In her search for the truth behind the killing, Wonder Woman now finds herself an outlaw in the world she once swore to protect. The action-packed Wonder Woman #1 will be available at local comic shops. And who cares?
There are local comic shops?
No, there aren't. Not anymore.
Right.
Well, that's a different... No, there are no Willow. Yeah. No one's buying this comic book, so don't worry about that. It's just that this is the inspiration that our man James Gunn is going on. Why don't you just call it superhero fatigue and just not spend the money? Because, really. Here's Superman and Lois Lane. They cast Lois first. What are the chances Gunn is ever going to allow Superman to rescue Lois?
Yeah, I know.
This is not the. This is the guy who gave us Miguel the Blue Beetle, Cobra Kai guy. Don't you see the writing on the wall, DC? Call it superhero fatigue and let's just go home.
Go on to something else.
Yeah.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
By the way, Aquaman's coming out.
No, it's not. I will not believe it until it's actually.
A turd is coming. This is the only view we get of it. We got 2 frames of Amber Heard on the preview, and someone has joked that this looks like Johnny Depp's last view of Amber Heard. He's throwing a punch.
Oh no! Oh no!
Not my joke, but I enjoyed it.
Oh no! That's
all right.
Terrible.
When did Russel Brand become a freedom fighter?
You know, I think you just haven't paid attention to it. Not a lot of people have. But Russel Brand's been like this for a while.
The last time I saw Russell, he was doing an interview with the Critical Drinker. Mm-hmm. And what Russell didn't really realize is that in some circles, the Critical Drinker is a far bigger star than Russel Brand ever was and ever will be. But he's interviewing the drinker, and he would ask him a question that would go on for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, which point all the drinker can say is, yeah. And then whenever the drinker tried to expand upon his yeah, Russell would go in again and make his long speech. I think Russell thought he was being interviewed. But it was the funniest interview we ever saw, and the drinker finally did manage to get in half a dozen sentences. In the end, he held his own. The drinker's a smart guy, but Russell interviewing talents are very interesting. So now Russell's been accused of naughtiness with women.
Well, not women.
Well, apparently one of them supposedly a 16-year-old, and if that is the case, then he is in trouble. It looks like a case.
Should be.
Right. It looks like a case. This is Hollywood. Well, they have this problem all the time. They dip into the fans. Now Russell's become a freedom fighter because people are trying to shut him up.
And he will not go down without a fight.
No, Russell, I think they're just after your money. Anyway, that is our stack of stuff for today. And
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Russel Brand is one of those kind of guys that I've tried to explain to you. You can have a man come up to you and say, "You look good today," and you feel, "Oh, that's nice, thank you very much." And you can have a man come up to you and say, "You look good today," and you want to take a shower. And Russel Brand may actually just mean that you look good today, but he's one of those kind of guys that when he looks at you and says, "You look good today," you feel kind of a little icky about it. So I think that with his smoke, there's a little bit of fire with him. So, but we'll wait to see before we make judgment.
So we have Wednesday with us today. Wednesday Adams. Joining us for to try to keep our page clean with her dirty lingerie photo. I feel a little weird having Wednesday here. I'm sorry, Wednesday. I feel a little weird having Wednesday here because I know her just as a little girl. when she played Wednesday Addams,
No, that was only like a year ago.
I know. So yeah. But obviously she's over 18 now, so you got to treat her like a woman. So
she's far over.
So yes, I'm treating her like a woman, and I'm sorry. I keep on touching her naughty area by accident.
I think you should move the picture.
By accident. Well, I need something to keep my page clean.
Maybe flip it so that you're touching her head when you. But she's I want to say she's already well into her 20s. But she does look like a young child, though. Even at her age now.
Yeah. But you're not going to be happy with her, Disney. I know you're just replacing with a checkbox. You were just looking for someone with a Latin name. This is actually an actress who apparently has a brain. Remember, you've heard of one of those things? Wait a minute. Let me pull out.
Oh, she's actually only
this is,
just 20.
Yeah, okay. It's an actress that has a brain, but like not one of these types of brains, but like one that sort of works to help make her a better actress. I'm not saying that Jenna's a genius or anything. I'm just saying that she's a better actress than the quality that you're used to dealing with. And you're not going to be happy with her. So just cut your losses now. And bring back poor Miss Ziegler. What is Rachel Ziegler going to do?
As little as possible.
Look at that happy woman. Look at that. You're not going to have any more trouble with that. She's such a nice
lady. Happy lady.
Bring back Ziegler.
Said no one ever. Except for you for some reason.
So, the dad boss has only been down here for like 6 months, and he's already grown a huge beard. I probably should have did like a few things with him with some stubble on his face and just the clothes starting to tatter. But nah, I really wasn't on my game there. What can I say? I can criticize the cartoonist.
Listen,
What?
being chained in a bathroom ages you.
Yes.
Beyond normal.
He's next to a sink. You figure he could shave, you know?
Yeah, you'd have to flip around and twist. His wrist would be in a very odd position.
When you think about it, it's not a bad place to be chained because, well, you got water, which is something you desperately need to survive because there's a sink right next to you, and you got plenty of food.
Ew.
Used food, sure, but
Ew, okay.
shelter. You're not going to get too hot or cold because the bathroom floor is generally kind of cold, so it keeps you cool, but you're not going to freeze.
Yeah, but there's no windows, so you could stop it.
Yeah, but you get that exhaust fan going all the time. Fresh air coming in. And always, plenty of company and entertainment. I can tell you, I'm never happier than when I go into the men's room and I see that attendant there.
Are there attendants in any bathrooms anymore?
Well, I'm Federalist in Boston, and I've been to a
When was
few.
the last time you were there?
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even the Federalist. Didn't it get some kind of new
Moo.
XL or?
I think it's called Moo
Oh,
now.
Moo.
M-O-M-U-O, M-O-U, whatever. I think they're an upscale steakhouse now, which I hope they still have the foie gras inside the beef Wellington. You can't make a good beef Wellington without putting foie gras in there. I mean, come on. That peasant Gordon Ramsay makes a beef Wellington without foie gras. What the hell is he thinking? I want my tortured goose liver in there.
Good to know.
So, what have we seen this week? The Sopranos.
Yes,
Not The Sopranos. The sequels to The Sopranos. I think it was called
the Mighty Saints or something. Or
The Many Saints
Many
of
Saints.
New York. I think
Newark.
whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
The title sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But it was really kind of fun to see the old characters being played by younger actors. The guy who did the David Van Zandt character, Paulie was it? What's the name of the David Van Zandt character?
Not Polly.
Yeah,
Polly's the older.
But yeah, he does the whole all the mannerisms and get the voice going there. Oh, wow. That guy nailed that part. Silvio, yeah. He nailed that part. But
No,
the main...
I'm sorry. The best was the kid who's playing the young Tony Soprano. Because what did I say to you?
You said, wow, what great casting. He looks just like James Gandolfini. Yeah, that's because it was Michael Gandolfini, his son.
I was watching the program. I said that to Charles. I think I went off to go to the bathroom or something. I come back and Charles was like, do you know why he looks so much like James Gandolfini? I was like, why? His name is Michael Gandolfini. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense then. Mm. So then we were looking to see if the other ones were children. None of the other characters.
But the main character is Christopher Malfasante's father.
Yeah.
He ran the numbers game of Newark lottery before the state took it over. And actually, what a great idea! That's how you stop all organized crime. Have the state do it.
Isn't that just a different form of organized crime?
Well, yeah. Well, you got those WAP Ginzos out of the lottery now. Now the state can make all that money. Well, we've already sort of done that in Massachusetts when legalizing marijuana, but it's still a private industry, but they've got to pay $1 million to open a franchise to the state, and then all these taxes. I have no idea how any of these dispensaries are making any money.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
We took the ride to the hospital, remember?
Yeah, there were 6 on the way to the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't see how any of them are making any money.
I never see anybody really out in front of them.
Yeah.
Or like lines or anything. But I don't know. More power to them, hey, if you can make the money. But I imagine a lot of these places are going to be empty storefronts.
Well, where they fail is in that the state's asking too much in taxes out of it. What's to stop some private entrepreneur from never having gone out of his original business? I mean, yeah.
And now you can even grow it like in your house. So I mean, you don't even have to hide your pot garden. Or
I'm pretty sure it's not legal, but they're certainly not prosecuting that because it's not worth it. Oh, Christ's sakes, they don't prosecute anything these days. But
no, I think you can.
So it's not a perfect one-to-one comparison with when the state took over the lottery from the mob to when they've to this whole pot thing, because what the state would have to do is sell a better product. The state lottery is a better product than what the mob was giving us. That's why the mob has never gotten back into the numbers business. So the state pays out better. I'm sorry, but these dispensaries are not a better product than the original on-your-street drug dealer. Maybe it's a little safer. The biggest problem and related by a lot of these pothead films was you had to deal with people you don't want to a class of people you don't want to deal with in order to get your drugs.
Yeah, I imagine that's the problem.
I can't. What was the name of that film?
Which film?
Oh, one of the Pot Stoner films where he makes that argument, and it's that supposed comedian, that large supposed comedian who made that observation, who was in Pineapple Express and who was in
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen did a film where he was saying, why don't they legalize this thing so I don't have to deal with this class of people when I want to get my pot? And well, they have legalized it. I bet you Seth still deals with criminals because it's a better product.
And probably cheaper.
Yeah. For the record, the cartoonist does not do any illegal drugs or legal drugs, except for things prescribed by a doctor. Cartoonists do not allow cartoonists to cartoon drunk.
Or high.
Or high, or under any modifications. Just for the record. How am I going to be the best in the world if I'm drunk? Speaking of being the best in the world, let's talk about why creatives can't be in unions.
Which I hadn't thought about until you brought it up.
The writers' strike continues. It's the longest running strike, apparently. I don't know how many weeks. I don't care.
Too many.
All right. How do I... Where do I begin?
Start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
Are unions a good idea? John Henry notwithstanding, it doesn't really take great talent to be a miner or to work on an assembly line. So you would want a union to keep the evil capitalists from exploiting the worker. But the problem with a union is no amount of hard work, talent, or even luck is going to rise you 1 inch higher than anyone else. You're all collective bargaining together. In a creative field, the object is that everyone is not created equal. We're not equal. Some people are more talented. Some people like J.D. Salinger only have one good book in them and then they're out. Some people are geniuses. And a lot of people are not. How would you like to be a good writer, say a writer from The Sopranos, and have to be on the picket line next to a writer from She-Hulk? What, I'm equal to them? Don't think so. So creatives cannot be in a union. The only creative union that actually ever made any little bit of sense was the animators union, because they more or less were all just putting out a factory product. And
it was a standard.
Yeah. But even that killed the animation industry. I am in full support of this strike, only in that it will de-Californify the writers' pool of people. This strike is going to fail, not because it deserves to fail, but because they're idiots. They don't have a lawyer. They don't have a chief financial officer. They've got a 25-year-old TikToker negotiating for them.
Yeah, but she has a lot of followers.
Yeah, so does Russel Brand.
Yeah.
Not as many as the drinker, though.
Really? The drinker's more than Russel Brand?
In some circles, the drinker is far, far, far more
I know,
of a celebrity than Russel Brand is ever going to be.
Okay, but I'm just curious about the Twitter following thing. Is that true?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I'll stake my reputation on it. Well, the reputation of a cartoonist. I don't have a reputation.
But I still don't think you should. I'm curious about that.
She even looks more intelligent. Disney, get rid of her. You're not going to be happy with Jenna Ortega. Your new Disney princess, ladies and gentlemen. I guess they're going to do a all-female Pirates of the Caribbean film. Well, no, actually, they said it was going to be as the most diverse. Diverse does not equal quality, people. In fact, diverse means nothing. We don't give a fuck about diverse. We want quality. And there's our first fuck for the show. Are we more than 15 minutes into the broadcast? Yes, we're 40 minutes into it. All right. Oh, Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. I mean, I like smart women, but I'm sorry, Wednesday. I'm going to have to recommend that they get rid of you as soon as possible. Mr. Iger is saying that he's going to quiet the noise around the social war that he has instigated. And since we've already compared Mr. Iger to Vladimir Putin, I guess Vladimir Putin really quieted the noise around Prigozhin too, didn't he? And the missile up his tailpipe when he was flying over Moscow. Whoopsies. I mean, talk about not even trying to cover your tracks. Back in the old days, Putin would try to cover his tracks. Oh, this guy committed suicide by shooting himself in the back or falling out of a window or hanging himself. But no. I'm shooting a Russian missile from my missile battery at his private plane. There's no doubt of the return address of that one. I might as well put his return address on that one. To Prigozhin, love Vlad. So Iger's going to quiet the noise, and much the same way I suppose that Vlad has tried to quiet the noise in his country. So he's just gonna silence people. Well, honestly, I can say that there are no dead bodies around Bob Iger. Yeah, no. I'm just saying he's like Vlad Putin in that he doesn't take to criticism. He did the whole I got a phony successor to hold my spot while I'm away. And there are many other parallels which we've done in earlier broadcasts between Bob Iger and Vlad Putin. And just like Russia, Disney will be denuclearized and split up.
Okay.
This is the only way it can end. I doubt Mr. Putin will ever face criminal charges, just like I doubt Mr. Iger will ever face criminal charges. But I'll remind you that there is, at the very least, we already have one 30-year felony charge pending.
Yeah, but like you said, they'll never.
Oh well, yeah, the big guys never. Yeah, the capos never go down. They'll just be a little minor gunslinger who will take the fall for that one. So I'm waiting in great anticipation on how he quiets the noise. I'm pretty sure he's going to start quiet. He should start quieting the noise by getting. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that Wednesday. About getting rid of Miss Ortega.
Maybe they need more Miss Ortegas.
Interesting concept. You mean they need more good actresses who like
who know the work that they're doing,
who care about the work they're doing and won't do shit? It's what Miss Ortega is famous for her role in Wednesday Addams when she spoke back to the writers saying, "No, Wednesday wouldn't do that," and the writers were really upset with her. And well,
oh well.
It was reminiscent of who's the Superman guy on The Witcher. Henry Cavill trying to tell the writers of The Witcher.
This is not what The Witcher would do.
This is not The Witcher. Well, they got rid of him. Never thought I'd call Henry Cavill a great actor, but he's a better actor than
good
they.
actor.
He's a better actor than they wanted.
No, he's a good actor, and he has a kind of je ne sais quoi.
He's a handsome man,
Yeah, but not only that.
a manly man.
Yeah.
And now our Superman is what's his name? Hackensack? It's not
Hackensack?
Oh, what that-
no.
Cockingsack?
No.
Ball and chain.
Oh, now is it like? Oh, what the hell is his name? Comstock or something? Or?
You'd think I would have written it down here. Comstock, cap and ball, ball and Cumberbatch, ball and Cumberbatch. Well, whatever his name is, he's not as pretty as Henry Cavill. And I'm happy with the Lois Lane actress, but they hired her first. That already tells you that the bells and whistles should have gone off then.
Okay.
It's just not going to be good.
Corn
Swoggle. It's corn something.
Sweat.
Corn sweat.
Corn sweat.
Corn sweat. Let me write that down.
CORENSWEET.
Yeah, I'm just going corn sweat.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that. So I think we probably should put Wonder Woman out here on the page because we're trying to have something colorful. And we'll have to later on come up with a title for this. And Dawn of DC. Yeah, I don't know. Or we're gonna stick with Wednesday Adam. Wednesday's Child.
Speaking of Wednesday Addams,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking like Cousin It over here. Right? Here won't behave. It's blown in the.
No, baby. All I see is the thing. No, the fan. Remember the hand? Remember the walking,
Yeah.
disembodied hand?
But I was trying to figure out what that had to do with hair.
Oh, because that's all I see is your hand.
Oh, you see my hand in the thing? On the.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it when I say all I see is the thing.
Do you see my hand in the?
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Charles, no, honestly, do you? 'Cause you don't like my hand.
You're not on camera.
Okay, thank you.
So I tried to figure out how I can, as a cartoonist, explain that this is a Bible in his hands. Besides putting a cross on it, that little tassel. Remember, the Bible seems for some reason always want to have something to mark your page with. I guess because they don't want you to bend over the pages.
Oh, yeah. Well, they don't want you to get lost.
Oh, I was going to make an altar boy joke there, but okay, sure.
No alcohol jokes.
I think back in the day when Gary Studs in the Congress was molesting congressional pages, there's the joke. What do congressmen use for bookmarks? Bent over pages.
Oh.
Oh, we miss guys like Gary Studs and Barney Frank. Barney was never accused of molesting anyone in the Senate like Mr. Studs was. But Barney's boyfriend did run a prostitution ring out of his bedroom in Washington. He was known as Hot Bottom.
Barney Frank's still alive?
Yes, he's still alive, but he's no longer. Actually, he's now working for he's in banking. He's like on a board of
Yeah.
well, he was on a board. Remember that bank that just went under a little while ago? It was the big internet bank. I forget the name of it, but he was on their board.
Oh, okay.
And
That's not a good look.
yeah, it was obviously a payoff position, and when the bank went under, I'm sure Mr. Frank himself did not financially suffer any losses.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mr. Frank famously loaned himself $1 million for his last campaign because he wasn't raising money as he should. And he had just finished telling us his entire biography, how he had done nothing his entire life but public service. In fact, he had to leave college to work in a family gas station, and he had humble upbringings. So, Bonnie, if you've done nothing your entire life, where'd you earn the $1 million? As Truman said, you cannot be rich in politics unless you're crooked.
Well, there's your hint, sir.
Oh, Mr. Frank famously was on the banking committee, so of course he's more than qualified to be on a board of directors of any sort of bank after leaving Congress.
Of course.
Something I should point out, it is not at all illegal for an American congressman to be corrupt.
You've mentioned that before.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
not.
What you're saying,
Yeah,
but I don't understand.
it's not illegal.
I know.
It's supposed to be if the voter finds out they're corrupt, maybe they won't vote for them. But we know that's not the case anymore. I don't. Bonnie Frank's boyfriend could have run a Murder Inc. out of his bedroom, and Bonnie Frank would have gotten reelected. It's not a.
You know what's funny is you keep talking about Bonnie Frank as if he's like current.
No, Bonnie's long out of office. Just his legacy continues.
Yeah.
And I guess I can talk about him without getting into trouble. Now, if I were to say something about anyone else in Washington who's currently in office, I'd get in trouble.
There you go.
I used to care a lot about politics, but 4 years ago, I stopped caring completely. I don't give a fuck, and I'm much happier for it.
There you go.
I just talk about entertainment now.
And how they conflict with politics. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
And run away from James Gunn, DC, and Disney, run away from Jenny Ortega. She's only going to give you a heartache.
But like I said,
For different reasons.
We need him. We need her. Maybe she'll make a change.
For different reasons. James Gunn is going to do a shitty job, and Jenna Ortega is going to do too good a job.
She's going to cause you problems.
Disney has not reached rock bottom yet. They're not ready to be reformed. But reformed they shall be. When I finish with my scissors and the little organization chart, reformed they shall be. I'm pretty sure Marvel will go here and then. Man, I got to get a higher resolution version of this if I'm going to do this joke.
Time to invest in another picture.
Yeah, I think I'd like to actually buy that actual poster. They have it up here on the desk here. Oh well, let's keep the dumpster fire over here. Oh, Janny. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, basically how that works out, huh? And this is always 6. 4, 5, 6, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just works out that way. What can I say?
Must be the creator.
I don't think God has anything to do with it.
Is that what you're calling yourself now?
Are you saying I have a complex?
No. No, I'm not saying it. Nope. Did we watch anything anything else this week?
Yes. Actually, let's check the notes here.
Oh, you watched one deal? One scent in the river?
Oh, barbed wire was up there.
Barbed wire.
We didn't get through it, okay?
No.
And you know, Pam Anderson was not as hot as I remember her being. I mean, she didn't have a butt whatsoever. She was.
The problem is
I think
you
this
have
is.
too much knowledge of her now.
I think there's a changing standard of beauty, and well, hepatitis really did hurt her.
No.
We did not get through the film.
No. We gave it a good college try.
We tried. It wasn't a good film.
It wasn't even a funny good film.
Yeah.
I didn't find it anyway. But I mean, I wasn't paying too much attention.
But I brought up the question: was Pam Anderson the last of the Hollywood sex symbols?
I don't know. I feel like you're missing a whole generation.
No, I think right after that they were saying you cannot objectify women anymore. That was Baywatch was the last show where they allowed a woman to flop around in with her assets out. I mean, I only have this photo of Jenny Ortega because I searched long and hard on the internet for it. But I assure you, there is no photo of Jenny Ortega in her lingerie.
Just milling about.
Milling about. This is my hard-earned search.
This is your white whale.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm positive they're not going to objectify Miss Ortega.
She may not care.
She may be smart enough to know that will help her career.
I don't like the way you're wording that, but I know what you're saying.
I would say it definitely hurt Margot Robbie's career when they cut that scene out of the Suicide Squad where she takes off her shirt with the bra on and puts on a new shirt and all the guys stop to stare and she's like, what? Because it was a cute scene.
No, but why do you keep saying they cut it? We saw the scene.
It wasn't in the theatrical release. We only saw it because we are internet nerds.
I think it was in the theatrical release.
Okay. And what are you basing this on? Did you actually see it in the theaters?
We saw it on TV, the whole movie. We watched the movie on television.
All right.
You and I did.
Well, this is not something that it's really worth me arguing over, but it was cut. And apparently, there's a 3-hour Ghostbusters cut.
I know you were talking about that again today. That is hysterical. Well, was it 2016?
2016.
Right?
The one Paul Feig, the Paul Feig cut. So Leslie Jones has written an autobiography where she complains that she was only paid 1% of what the other actresses were paid. And I'm not going to say that she was. I'm not going to be petulant and say that she was overpaid. That she did it because she was probably the best thing in the film, but they all were. And in fact, those actresses should be forced to give some of the money back. When a film flops, can we have the people who make it like give money back?
I think that's a good idea.
Well, the problem is with Hollywood accounting is so corrupt that no film will ever make any money, so therefore no actor will ever make any. Actors will constantly have to be giving refunds. But definitely in the case of Ghostbusters, Paul Feig should have to give his paycheck back. Here, Dan Aykroyd tell the story. We told him he'd need this shot, but he said, no, we don't need it, and, well, we needed it. They had to go back for massive reshoots. Paul Feig, in another era, probably could have been a good director, but now, with the cultural war that's going on, he is just out of step. And it's a shame, because he's a really great, likable guy. I like him. But, well, things like that happen. I don't ever expect to see him work again. There's such a thing as director's jail that he once laughably said that he was in. He's not in director's jail. He's in director's gulag, the equivalent of one of those camps the Soviet Union used to set up to send their dissidents to. Never to be heard from again. I'm sure the camera will love to hear me drink water. You have to do that after drinking water. All right, there's Saturday done. Pardon me, Jenny. I just gotta move you aside here. Friday needs backgrounds, and this one needs penciling. I guess we can do the penciling. Maybe we can get our chief colorist to preserve our paintbrush for us. Could you run this under some water?
Oh. Yeah.
Cool.
I thought so.
You thought so what?
That wasn't me. that was some sort of freaky ass AI thing that just happened on my phone, which is freaking me out a little, to be honest with you.
All right, Jenny, we're going to move the camera in close. So you stay right there. Irving. Bring our camera in right in here so we can see what we're doing.
Over hot water.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, thanks, Sean.
Yeah. Oh, always remember to put the cap back on your ink bottle. Important safety tip. Now we gotta find ourselves a nice pencil. I suppose that will do. Put a point on it. Irving, could you straighten the camera a little bit? Now come with us, Jenny. Now, this is the one where Fido's got his lost and found stand. And we're more or less drawing Fido as a complete nonplussed. What is this human talking about? But eagerly, he's got both paws up there at the edge of the stand. He's ready to do business. And Bo is the straight man, eternal optimist. Actually, I probably should focus the eyes better. Point the eyes right at lost and found. Hiccups. And the ear is always at the top of the eyes and goes down to the bottom of the nose. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little curve in the back of the head here, and Bo's back is more or less turned against us, so there's the collar. There's one of those little fag tags in the back of his button-down shirt. We're in October now, so we got to start transitioning back into autumn clothing. The chief colorist is away washing a brush, and I'm sure right now she is panicking. I gotta get this brush absolutely freaking clean or he's gonna give me a hard time, as if I beat her. Yeah. But I should have told her that all you really have to do is just run a little water on it. I'm not expecting it to be fully clean. I'll just keep it wet. I'll clean it myself, soap and water, later on. But she's in there obsessively cleaning it because she's so eager to please. I feel bad. You know, you don't have to get it perfectly clean. I know exactly what's going through your mind right now. I think if I were ever to design a drafting board, I was always would like to have the idea of the magnets up top and some way to hold things to use the entire board. I guess in the old days they actually stick pins into the board. I could never stick a pin into my cherry wood board, so I've got these adhesive pieces of metal up there. But a sink on the side of the drafting board, that'd be cool. I would build my own drafting board, but I've pledged never to pick up a power tool again. I suppose if the apocalypse ever came and they needed carpenters, I'd be out there to help them. But barring the apocalypse, I do not ever want to pick up a power tool again.
You almost had to pick up a screwdriver at my mother's place.
Oh, jeez. Just put down. It's all right. I'm pretty sure you're expecting me to put it on camera and criticize the poor job you did, but that wasn't my inception. That would have been a funny bit, but no, I'm not.
No, it wouldn't have been.
I'm not doing. I just wanted you to keep it wet until I got a chance to hit it with some soap and water. But so you're fine. I'm not going to do that bit. And where does this shirt end? I guess.
Okay, and I won't do the bit about keeping it wet.
You know how to keep it wet, don't you, baby? I bet Jenna could keep it wet.
Oh, let's not do that.
So nobody has mentioned that Disney is just like resetting with another checkbox. Oh, our old Hispanic embarrassed us. We have to replace it with a new one. I mean, what the fuck, Disney? Come on.
Just stop it.
Just stop it.
Just stop it.
They're not even pretending that they've picked up. Well, we're getting a better actress. No, they're objectively stating that they're replacing with another checkbox. And they wonder why they fail when they don't hire directors. They hire checkboxes. They don't hire people with talent. They hire checkboxes. They made a mistake here, and they hired someone. Sorry, Mr. Taker. They hired someone with talent, and they're not going to be happy with her. They wanted a checkbox. Go figure. Her race happens to be incidental. That's not what Disney wants. Disney wants someone who wears their race on their sleeve. They want a Leslie Jones. They want a. They want a.
Anyway, it's really rainy out.
Talk about the weather, huh?
Mm-hmm. You might be diving a little too much into muddy waters.
Yeah. Oh, you can't cancel a cartoonist who hasn't been subscribed to, who hasn't been
Yeah,
purchased. You can't cancel a cartoonist who hasn't been purchased.
Yes, you can.
I got nothing to lose.
Oh, don't ever say anything like that. Do not not ever say anything like that.
All right, we're almost done here.
Is this Thursday strip?
No, actually, this is sometime in October.
Oh, okay.
Might be Tuesday, might be Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. It depends. I have not established it yet. If you all wanna, whoops, lost a magnet there. Here's our calendar. You can see we've already filled out September, and we're into October. So this would probably be Tuesday the 3rd. Let's put that aside. Throw that away. Returned. So, check boxes for a title?
Oh, sure. Sounds about right.
Our title this week will probably be something along the line of check boxes. Disney stopped hiring for check boxes, hire for talent, something like that. Marvel and Warner's doing the same thing, and it's all over Hollywood. They're just checking boxes and not checking talent. And talent cannot be a member of a union because you're not all created equal. Some people are smarter than others. Some people are better writers than others. That's how America used to work. If you were better or going to work harder or be luckier even than someone else, you had a chance to pursue the American dream. By collective bargaining, joining the socialist union, you're destroying the American dream. We're an hour, 12 minutes in here. We're probably out. Do I have all the boxes checked?
Oh. Oh.
Let's see. Jenna Ortega, fire her. The Marvels cost Disney upwards of $300 million. Bells and whistles going off for DC, the DCEU, James Gunn. It looks really worrying. Bob Iger wants to quiet, the box checked, quiet down the social war. Mr. What's his name? Russel Brand. Mr. Russel Brand is now a freedom fighter. Here, wait a minute. Let's put this up here. I wasn't aware he was a freedom fighter, but go for it, Mr. Brand. Protect our rights and privileges. He's worried about the news media colluding with government and internet provider sites to shut down people like him and me on platforms like YouTube and Rumble and other such things. He thinks they're going to shut us down. And, well, he probably will. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, Russell?
Well, he hasn't gotten shut down by Rumble. Rumble is supposed to keep him up.
Jeez, I keep on forgetting that I've turned into... I've zoomed in the camera. There we go. What are you going to do about Russell? Freedom fighter. Oh, I found this. I thought this is kind of cute. Always check your child's homework. My daddy is a hero. My daddy is a hero because he saved my mom from going to heaven. My mom would be dead if Daddy wouldn't be so brave. It happened last week. I could hear my mom scream in the bedroom. Oh God, I'm coming. Oh God, I'm coming. I was so scared. I don't want my mom to die. I ran into my parents' bedroom. Her legs were sticking straight up in the air. God tried to pull her up, but Daddy was on top of her and pushed her back. He pushed so many times until God let her go. You know, I would like to think that this is real. I'm positive it's not. Some comedian put this together and it's funny enough.
I'm positive it's not true for one reason.
A kid got a D?
Yes! If this is real, that's egregious. That teacher should have never given him a D. That is a story.
Yeah, anyway, this is absolutely not real. But I found it funny anyway, and I like to share funny things.
No, it is funny.
Throwing that away. Russel Brand, Freedom Fighter. Okay, we checked off. We got all the boxes checked?
Well, we don't have the bingo boxes checked because you haven't mentioned.
The Chancellor from Germany? No, we're not going to this week.
No.
Brie Larson was mentioned.
Oh, she was?
Uh-huh.
When was she mentioned?
A while ago.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, when we were talking about the Marvels spending $300 million.
Oh, okay.
And you hire actresses to check the box, not to.
Okay.
You hire actresses to check the box. See, we have one of each. Not for their talent. And they made a mistake here because they thought they were checking a box, but they actually got someone with talent. Whoopsies. Now we won't make that mistake again. Yeah, let's just toss. Marvels.
So the boxes should be checked and the bingo cards should be filled. So.
Yeah.
Guess you're good.
All right. We're going to end the show early this week. We're only an hour, 16 minutes into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's all I feel like